Welcome back to GNA DCN Member Spotlight here on the DCN Internet Radio Network. I am your host, Elias Mellis, President and Founder of the GNA. And once again today, I have a co-host who is behind the scenes. He loves being behind the scenes, but soon you're going to be in the front of the room. Tell us about yourself really quickly once again.
My name is Troy Brewer. I am the President and Founder of the Discover County Network, or DCN.
Absolutely, and thank you for being here with us today, Troy, as well. And we're here once again today with Victor Jenkins, who is the president of Crave the Spotlight Multimedia Marketing, or Media Marketing is what I should say. But you do involve yourself in multimedia as well, too,
We do.
pretty much. So, before we took a quick commercial break, we were talking with Victor about the difficulties and struggles he encountered to get his business to where it's at today. And we were also talking about networking and the importance of networking. And I know, Victor, you had something to mention that we didn't have enough time in the last segment to talk about. So take about a minute or so and leave off where we left off.
So I'll say it again. I got a great personality. You may not have a great personality, and everyone doesn't have to have a great personality. But here's what I want to say. The last thing that you want to do is to try to be me. I'm sure not going to try to be you. And here's the benefit. If you tried to be me, and you attracted some people to you based on who you were, and you were trying to be me, it'd be an awful lot of work trying to maintain those relationships, trying to maintain those customers, because you were being somebody that you weren't. Let me point out that nobody is a jerk, in my opinion. Now, there are some people that there's some
Sorry to
people.
interrupt you. That was pretty funny, Victor.
Well, no, because we all like to call people jerks, but there's some people that just don't resonate with you.
That's right.
Okay, and what critical people tend to do is they characterize somebody as a jerk who doesn't resonate with them.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, be you, and the people that resonate with you. Even if somebody call you a jerk, if somebody says be a jerk, be whatever you want, but the people that resonate with you will show up. And the people that resonate with you, you don't have to work at being anybody different to keep those people, because they resonate with you. So don't shoot yourself in the foot by trying to be somebody that you're not. You go to a networking meeting, if you're an introvert, be an introvert. There's plenty of rich introverts. Plenty of them doing real well. If you're an extrovert, be an extrovert. But don't try to be somebody that you're not. Just be the person that you are, interact with people, and if unfortunately you're the kind of person that's addicted to saying, won't you buy this? Won't you buy this? Won't you buy this? Hey, you want to buy this? If that's the kind of person you are, then maybe networking events might not be for you.
Probably not.
But if you aren't...
Not the GNA, at least. Let's be that clear.
But if you aren't that person, then be the person that you are.
Absolutely, absolutely, Victor, and everything you mentioned there, completely resonates with me. I think a lot of the people that will call someone a jerk, I'll come out here live on Crave the Spotlight TV and DCN Internet Radio and say, I've been called a jerk a time or two.
Yeah.
We have over 3,500 members, and maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of them every now and then will say, hey, you're a jerk. But there are plenty of others that resonate with what we're doing at the GNA.
Right.
I honestly just let it go. I don't let it get to me. It's not worth it. And I think, what happens with those people is maybe they sense a little jealousy because they want to be where you're at. And they want to take the shortcut to get there. And what people don't realize, it's a lot of work to create a vision. And you're not going to get a lot of people following you right away. You have to be consistent and do things for others over and over and over again. And Troy Brewer, CEO and founder of Discovery County Network, who's behind the camera now. What is your thought about that, Troy? And after that, if you have any question at this point that you want to ask Victor?
Well, I totally agree with that. As far as you gotta try to be yourself when you're in any type of venue. I would think that's really the only way to get yourself known, because you don't want to. Just like Victor was saying, you can't be Victor Irving Jenkins. I want to be Victor Irving Jenkins. and I'm going to try. But, you really, I can't be him. I can only be me. and I'm not necessarily an introvert, but I'm definitely not as big an extrovert as a lot of people. So I'm kind of in the middle. I just try to, do what I do. And if that resonates with people, that's great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, we could work on it or not work on it, just depending on how you want to do it. But it's not going to change who I am. I'm not going to give up any ethics or anything like that to try to change my personality. You can't do it in a marriage, and you can't do it, in a networking meeting.
Right.
So, my only question would be to Victor is, what do you say to people that actually, try to be, a Victor Irving Jenkins or Michael Estes or somebody like that? Because there are a lot of people that will adjust their personality for a certain event or to try to create a certain result. And I'm not really sure, but at least the people that I've seen on like TV and things like that, professional speakers, they say that you got to be, you need to be like me in order if you want to make money. What do you say to people like that and to address that particular situation?
Well, the person who is paying attention to someone that's suggesting that they be like them, well, it's unfortunate because there's not a lot that you can do for them. There's not a lot all decisions are made from the other side of the eyeballs. And until you can get on the other side of somebody's eyeballs, you can't really help them. What I do is I tell stories about myself. I tell stories about how I had evolved from being what I was to what I am now. One of my favorite stories that I tell is, believe it or not, there was a time when I wasn't comfortable in front of the camera. And I had been studying personal growth, self-improvement.
Wow.
And all the stuff that I had read, I understood intellectually that there was nothing wrong with what I looked like, and there was nothing wrong with what I sounded like. But there was something wrong. So what I ended up doing, and this is something that everyone can do, this is one of those broad instructions I have for everyone if you haven't done it. I bought me a little silver counter, like a lap counter, something that you...
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I'd be at home, I spend my time, and I would just, at least 100 times every day, I would say, I love myself. I love myself.
In private.
I love myself.
In front of the mirror, right?
Yeah,
Wherever.
yeah.
By yourself.
I love myself. 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 And
Cut!
after and you can tell I really did it, otherwise I wouldn't be able to just do it now. Right?
That was live. We didn't fix that.
So then, all of a sudden, through a period of osmosis, metamorphosis, I can't think of anything that looks better in the front of the camera than me. I can't think of anything that sounds better to my ears than my voice. And I've sold myself on the fact that since I love me so much, that everybody else does. Now, does everybody love me? Most probably not. But, who do I care? No! And neither should you.
Right!
You really got to make sure that you love you, man. And when you love you, whatever you do is okay. And you have people talking about the moderation and the balance. I don't care. I love me. Whatever it is I do something noteworthy, I love me. I do something not noteworthy, I love me. I love me. I loved me, this is a little plug, 50 pounds ago, and I love me now.
Amen, Victor! So Victor, we have about another minute or so, minute and a half before we need to start wrapping things up. Let me just ask the next question here. I know that you are a tremendous pay it forward type of person, and you have paid it forward on several occasions to the GNA by live streaming several of our past events and recording many of our speakers. In about a minute or so, what are some of your plans of paying it forward to your communities during the rest of 2014, and what are you looking to accomplish?
Thought you'd never ask. One of my loves is Toastmasters.
My specialty, by the way, asking those questions. But go ahead, Toastmasters.
Toastmasters. I've been a Toastmaster for nearly 20 years, and the mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and a positive learning environment where every member is given the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. Speaking of networking meetings, most of the networking meetings I attend, they have people there speaking. Many of the people that are speaking at these networking meetings are not comfortable speaking, but they feel forced to speak because they want to promote their product.
Right.
I'm a member of an advanced Toastmasters group called Speakers Bureau Toastmasters that meet every first and third Saturday at Sutter Hospital. As far as my plans go, I plan to foster a collaborative relationship between some of the networking groups that I attend and my Advanced Toastmasters Club.
Nice.
I aim to grow both organizations. I aim to grow the Toastmasters Club because there are people, Joe Grace is one of them. When I met Joe Grace, she told me that before she met me, she thought that Toastmasters was for old stodgy people. Imagine her surprise when she met me. So she reasoned that if Toastmasters was for old stodgy people, this guy wouldn't be in Toastmasters.
Right.
So I'm looking to encourage all business people. My market is speakers, teachers, authors, and coaches, and small business people, to encourage them to look at my Advanced Toastmasters Club, to come visit. In point of fact, we have a segment called the Mastermind segment. It's a little bit more advanced than the usual Toastmasters Club, but if I can get business owners to come to the Toastmaster meetings and do a mastermind sessions where they speak, they get a 30-minute platform where they get to talk about something that they know.
Right.
Like, for instance, one of my friends, Jane Taft. I don't know if you know Jane Taft.
Oh, we know Jane really well.
Jane Taft is going to be at the Speakers Bureau Toastmasters meeting on April 5th. She's going to do a mastermind on mindset, mints, and manners. How to be a better networker. So she's going to be there, and I hope to draw more people because Jane's going to be there.
That's the one she did at the GNA monthly mastermind in Sacramento when we relaunched last year at the Clarion Hotel when we were there. It's a great presentation if you haven't seen it.
And Jane happens to already be a Toastmaster. So the fact that Jane presents like she does is going to impact some people to join Toastmasters. And the fact that she's a Toastmaster now as she is, she might even like our advanced club enough to step up, because in order to be in our advanced club, there's some qualifications that you have to meet.
Right.
But anybody can come and visit the meeting.
Absolutely, absolutely fantastic information there, Victor, but we need to start wrapping things up here. How about you tell us the best ways for our members to reach out to you should they need your products or services?
Well,
Aren't you glad I asked that question, Victor?
if you have a cell phone and you can dial short codes 95577, my keyword is craving. You text message me, you leave the word craving, and you'll be added to my database, and we'll send you regular communication on the things that we're doing. In fact, what we'll do for you is if you will send me that message, we will put you in our drawing for a spotlight video.
Wow.
A spotlight video is a video of you extolling the virtues of your business for 1 to 1.5 minutes, and we will host it on our site for you, or we will give you a social media campaign, and if you do that, that's a $150 value.
Nice.
And you will like it. And we have some other things that you might enjoy. I haven't mentioned our television show, Experts in the Spotlight. We have one show. We are looking for more. So for that same drawing, we might have you be one of the business owners that's on our internet television show on a monthly show.
Okay, absolutely. Another way to connect with Victor is to join our Northern California GNA Mastermind group page on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/Genuine Networking Association. This is the master list of our entire organization with over 3,500 quality entrepreneurs from all over Northern California. When you go to the group page, request to join, and one of the admins, including Troy Brewer, say hi Troy and bye Troy,
Hi, Troy, and bye, Troy.
or myself will approve you, and then we'll connect you with Victor or anyone else you'd like to be connected with. Victor Jenkins, fantastic, amazing, passionate, really passionate, and informative interview here today. Thank you very much for being here with us today.
I got a
Victor.
question.
Yes.
What about Troy?
Oh, come on down here real quick, 'cause we need to wrap things up here. We're running out of time here. Troy Brewer is the CEO and founder of the Discover County Network. and he's also the man behind the scenes, DJ Troy D with DCN Internet Radio, where this show is being broadcast at, and one of our collaborative partners here. We got some great stuff coming soon, but Troy, in about 30 seconds or so, we really need to wrap things up. We're going overtime. It's your station, so less commercials for us to sell the more you talk. I'm sorry.
In other words, don't say anything. That's what
No,
you're saying.
I'm not going to go there.
Well, that's pretty much it. The only thing I really want to add is I'm really happy that we got a chance to talk with Victor Jenkins, and I encourage you guys, if you really should connect with this guy, because he's got a great product. He can help you get your message out there. It can help you become a better business person and a better speaker also, and give you the forum to do that. Outside of that, that's all I really got to say.
Fantastic. So let's wrap things up here right now. And although, well, he's going to come back here right now. Come on back here. That's Victor Jenkins, president of Crave the Spotlight Media Marketing. You've been listening to GNA DCN Member Spotlight here on the DCN Internet Radio Network. You know what's coming up next, Troy? Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you all